I've always been a great believer in Tattersalls and the way Tattersalls do things. I think it is undoubtedly not only the best sell in Europe, but probably now the best sell in the world.
With 5 Epsom Derby winners since 2002, including this year's outstanding winner Australia, Book 1 of the Tattersalls October Yearling sale is firmly established as Europe's premier source of classic winners. The 2014 catalogue looks an outstanding renewal, and we visited some of the consigners ahead of the sale.
We had a great sale last year, in 2013. Brought a lovely bunch of horses and they sold really, really well. And it was a top-class market. All the buyers were there and the horses made their prices. We've got a lovely bunch of horses again, and I think with the way the market's been going, we're looking forward to hopefully another good sale. So the first one is a Galileo filly, which obviously isn't particularly rare, but obviously you'd like to have one. But out of the only living progeny of George Washington, Date with Destiny, who was a very good 2-year-old, stakes class 2-year-old, and looking at her, she's very much a picture of Mum and Dad. There's a bit of George Washington about her, but she's got a lot of Galileo to her as well. She's very athletic, she's very well balanced, she moves very well, she looks like she should be precocious, so yeah, very excited to have her. Next one up is the Sea of Stars filly out of Noah's Ark. You can see that she's a beautiful looking filly, got a lot of scope, real athletic walk, and you can tell from her temperament she's got a great attitude, very laid back. I think she'll be very popular with people. Next one up is Giant's Causeway filly out of a Dynaform mare called Dynafor. She was a winner of 2 great Grade 1 races in the States. Beautiful family. I think Giant's Causeway as a broodmare sire looks incredibly exciting. She should be a valuable proposition for anybody who's looking to get a broodmare prospect and a racing prospect before that too. She's a big, scopy filly. She'll sell well, I hope. I think this is a really beautiful Mangeur colt, and I think he's a bit special. I've shown him to a few people, and for me he's our standout colt, and you can see from him he's got everything. He's got a lovely step, he's got some substance, but he's got bundles of quality too. Beautifully bred, out of a sister to a classic winner by Linamix. He's got all the qualities you'd really look for, so I really like him. I love this horse. I think he's an absolute real cracker out of a Moyglare Stakes winner. I've got a soft spot for Pivotal, who's having a great year again this year, and I'm an unbelievably consistent stallion. This horse really covers the ground. He's got the most incredible walk you can see. Big, strong, substantial horse.
And here we are at Og Hill. Joe, you've got an absolutely smashing filly here. She's a real looker, but never mind her looks, her pedigree is pretty special.
Dam's a half-sister to Oasis Dream, so she's got plenty going for her, and the sire as well, of course, is having a smashing year, Sea the Stars. So yeah, it's all falling into place. This is the first time now she's been walking around on her own. Normally she's with other horses, and so far so good, everything's good with her. She's got a brilliant temperament like her sire, and she's got a really good walk, and she's correct, so couldn't be happier really.
This is a Dubawi colt out of Model Queen. He's a really lovely horse, strong, good walking. He's very, very straightforward. The mare's been a fantastic mare for us. She's produced some lovely sales horses, but also some outstanding horses on the racecourse. This is a half-brother to champion sprinter, dual Group 1 winner Regal Parade, and the group-winning 2-year-old Intifada, and many others. He's a lovely moving horse. He's by the outstanding sire Galileo, obviously sire of Australia this year, and needs no introduction. And this colt's dam is a Beverly D Group 1 winning mare, and this horse has just got the most fabulous action. This is a lovely quality filly, but with so much sort of strength and depth. Beautiful head and a lovely action. She's a natural walker. These horses have only just started prep, and when they walk like this, when they've only just begun, it's really quite easy to finish the job. This is a lovely filly by Dan Silly. She's a really racy filly. She's a half-sister to a Royal Ascot winner this year in Field of Dream, and of course East India, who won so impressively first time, the Galileo half-brother that we sold last year. This filly is really quite together and a very good moving filly. She's a really nice size and she's very straightforward, very racy, good mover. And I think it's going to be easy to just polish her up for the sales.
An arch filly you've got here again, just so relaxed about life.
Yeah, they haven't been in for too long, and it's a testament to their temperaments. She's a lovely filly, a family we've had for 15 years, and it's done us very well. So it's a family that's alive. It's a family that we've been trying to buy for maybe 10, 15 years before we got our hands on Princess Chris. So it's done us well, and we'll keep the line going. He's a lovely balanced colt, strong, out of a family of Fair of the Firs, a white muzzle, good family that we've got quite a few of. He's a brother to a horse called Windfast, who ran fourth at Ascot in the Jersey, which was a hell of a run.
I think he's a very, very good example of a Dubawi. He's a very, very strong colt. He's extremely correct and he walks well, so he's always stood out and he's a lovely horse. This colt is owned by Philip Friedman, a Cliveden stud. She's a fantastic mare. This horse is a full brother to Monitor Closely and a half brother to Mount Nelson, who started his stud career extremely well at Newsells Park Stud. He's a very nice horse and a very good example of what the mare has been having over the past few years. This colt is a very nice colt. He's probably very typical of Galileo. He walks extremely well. He's very, very correct. It's just interesting having his pedigree, which is quite speedy, Tonrose being a champion sprinter, on Galileo, and I think he's a very exciting prospect. This colt was bred by a Lordship stud and owned by Trevor Harris. They've had fantastic success with this mare. He is a really, really good-looking son of Galileo. He has got great bone and he walks extremely well. He's out of an Indian Ridge mare, which is an extremely good cross with Galileo. Well, I hope that we've got a really good balanced draft of colts and fillies. This is a very nice filly by Exceeding Excel out of Snow Crystal, who's a daughter of Crystal Music. She's a very nice filly. This is the Warfront filly. She was born here at Watership Down out of the mare Icon project belonging to Andrew Rosen. She's a very nice filly. I think she's probably pretty typical of Warfront, and I believe she's the only Warfront in the sale, so she's an exciting prospect. This filly over here is a new approach filly out of Danehill Dreamer, whose full sister, called Sulalat, won very easily at Nottingham, and she's an exciting prospect.
Well, there's no doubt lots of people are talking about the Stallion Oasis Dream, and there's two lovely Oasis Dreams that we've seen here today. Let's talk about the Oasis Dream, who's out of Come Touch the Sun.
He's all quality, and for an Oasis he's got length and scope, which is some of them don't, but he really has got it. He's a quality horse and a great walk on him. He's a very good, nice horse. I like him.
We'll take a look now at the other Oasis Dream, who's a different type again.
The prep will do him good. He's a later foal, but he is an own brother to Power, who won the Irish Guineas and the Coventry and the National Stakes. And the half-sister we sold last year, Curvy, ran very well first time out for David Watchman. She was a Galileo filly. So the family is alive.
This is the Invincible Spirit filly out of Meath, so that makes her a half-sister to Nahood, who won the Falmouth Stakes for Jabber Abdullah. She's also a half-sister to Fahab, a two-year-old colt by Dubawi, who sold for €1 million last year, and who's now very highly regarded in the Richard Hannon yard. There he is, the Dubawi colt, and he's got a very nice pedigree as well. He's Dam Kiltubber is a Sadler's Wells stakes winning daughter of Priory Bell, who won the Moyglare Stakes for us, and she in turn was out of one of the foundation mares for Ballylynch called Ingabel. There's a lot of elegance to him, and he's a quality colt He's a half-brother to 3 black type horses. He's a February foal by Lope de Vega out of the Danehill mare Daniele. And she's obviously the dam of the European champion 2-year-old of last year, Chris Elliam. He's got both size, strength and movement, and backs all that up with a top pedigree. This is the Lope de Vega colt out of Dazzle Dancer, a January foal, and you can see that in his level of maturity. He's powerful, big, strong colt. And her 2-year-old is a filly which we've retained ourselves to race called Avisair, and we like her a lot. We think she could be very promising. She looks like what it says on the tin. She's by a champion sprinter out of a group winning sprinter. She looks pretty quick to me. She's muscular, very easy walker and lots of power. And she looks like she'll be precocious and ready to go as a 2-year-old.
I think all you need to do is look at the front and back cover of this year's catalogue to realise what makes this sale so special. Australia, the Derby winner and Irish Derby winner, and Night of Thunder, the 2,000 guineas winner, both featuring on the cover. Outstanding horses. Night of Thunder bought for only 32,000 guineas. That's why all the buyers focus on this sale every year.